Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And once again, I am talking pro wrestling. So I have some pro wrestling Funko Pops to share with you guys, and then a whole bunch, well, not a whole bunch, but about 8 or 9 different DVDs I picked up from WWE and TNA. So pretty cool haul today. Before we get into it though, if you guys have a quick second, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into another pro wrestling physical media haul. Alright, so I'll start off with the Funko Pops I grabbed, and I actually picked up both of these from GameStop, and it was so weird. My wife bought something for my daughter, and we had to return it. It was shoes she had to return, and when she returned it, GameStop was a location you could return to. It was from some random website, and so when she did that, she got like a $5 off or $10 off coupon that I could use at GameStop's, and she did that twice, so I got 2 $10 off coupons, or 5 or 10, whatever it was. And so I went shopping and I found a Ricky the Dragon Steamboat Funko Pop. This thing is awesome. I love it. It is super cool. So you can see all sides there. It looks awesome. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, of course, is just one of the greatest of all time. One of the best to ever do it. I always have been a big fan of his. So had to grab this Funko Pop. I thought this one looked awesome. I don't believe, this one is not a GameStop exclusive. I think you can pick this one up elsewhere, but GameStop's the only place I happen to see it. But this next one here, yes, this one is a GameStop exclusive, and I have been holding off on this for a little while, but once I got that coupon, I knew that's exactly what I was looking for, because it's a little bit more pricey than the other Funko Pops, but that's because it's a double set. This is the Undertaker and Paul Bearer set, and you can see it is the GameStop exclusive. I didn't realize it at the time, but it's actually a WrestleMania 9 figure, which is just fantastic. Have Undertaker in his purple garb. This is actually the second Undertaker Funko Pop I have, but the other one was basically his retirement match, like the Boneyard match that he did with AJ Styles. That was the look for that one. And so now I have a classic Taker and a modern Taker. So I'm pretty much set for Undertaker. This is just awesome. I love this. You can see, I guess there's no picture of them. Oh no, I guess just on the back there's about it. But yeah, this thing is really cool. Like I said, this one was a little bit pricier, but it's because you're getting 2 of them in one, and it's a GameStop exclusive, which they like to mark up the price on those too. But yeah, I thought this was fantastic. The second my buddy found this for me, and he sent me a picture of it, and I knew it ever since I saw that picture. I needed to have it. So yeah, a couple more for my wrestling Funko Pop collection, which is pretty ironic because I actually went through recently and got rid of a whole bunch of Funko Pops. I say got rid of them. They're sitting in a box over there to be traded in. But yeah, either way, I had to get these ones. All my wrestling ones I've held on to, and all of my movie related ones. I got rid of some comic book ones that I just didn't need anymore. So I got rid of a whole bunch. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That was the wrestling Funko Pops that I've picked up lately. So now let's jump over to the DVDs I found. Alright, so I'll start off my DVDs with all of the TNA DVDs I found, which was super random, but I actually went to a local store that was near my mom's house, and it's called Media Reload, and it is very much a disc replay style store. It is really cool. They have a lot more vinyl than disc replay does, and a lot more playing cards like Pokemon, and I don't know if they have Magic the Gathering, things like that though. Like, they have a huge section dedicated to that, and comic books there too. So it's really cool. It's not nearly as big as something like disc replay, but it's an awesome store if you're ever happen to be out in like the Utica, Michigan area. That's where that is. But anyway, I happen to find 3, but one of them's a double feature. So 4 different DVDs, brand new, completely sealed, of TNA, which I never come across. And when I find them online even, they're just a lot more expensive usually. So I love finding TNA DVDs. So the first one here is the best of TNA 2007. So some really great matches on here, like LAX versus Triple X. You have, what else is on here? Sting, Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe, Rhino versus AJ Styles. 2007 sounds like it was a pretty good year for TNA. Frankly, I don't remember it offhand, but like, yeah, really good wrestlers at that point. So I was very excited to find this one. Some really great matches from 2007 TNA. So that was a really cool find. So first up is Best of TNA 2007. Here's another TNA release from 2008. This is Ultimate Matches. And you see Christian Cage and Samoa Joe on the cover there, both AEW wrestlers now, which is fantastic. But yeah, this is a 2-disc set, and there's no match listing on the back, but they do talk about matches from like King of the Cage, not King of the Cage, what is it called? King of the Mountain, excuse me. Monsters Ball, Full Metal Mayhem, ladder matches, and 6 Sides of Steel. So this one should be really cool. I'm very intrigued to dive into these. Like, I used to love watching, specifically the DVDs. I didn't watch a ton of TNA when it was new and live, but I remember watching the very first ever pay-per-view that they did, because they started off as a pay-per-view series, $10 a week to watch them on pay-per-view. I watched the very first one, but I was in high school, so I didn't have a lot of money to spend on things like that. And so I only watched the first one. But then ever since then, I've just watched a lot of it on old DVDs, which I love. And so, yeah, this is really cool. This is Ultimate Matches from 2008. And then last but not least for TNA is actually a double pack. And this is awesome because it's the Best of the X Division, which is one of their best features of TNA. So this is Best of X Division Volume 1 and Volume 2, as you can see on the spine there. And again, brand new and sealed. Like, that is so cool. So another one just with just some awesome matches on it, I am sure. Let's see, we have Sabin versus Petey Williams versus Alex Shelley, Samoa Joe versus Senshi versus Sanjay Dutt. Man, just really good matches on AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels, an escape match, Matt Bentley versus Sabin versus Dutt versus Shocker. Just awesome matches on this. This is going to be probably a highlight of the pickups from TNA. Cannot wait. Love that I was able to find these. Like I said, whenever I find TNA DVDs, they're usually expensive, and I'm finding them online because I never see them in the wild. So when I came across these, I didn't even hesitate. I grabbed all of them that I could. So this one is going to wrap up my TNA DVDs, the Best of the X Division, Volume 1 and Volume 2. All right, so let's jump over to the WWE DVDs, and all of these I actually picked up on eBay, so I was specifically looking for them. So the first one here is The Twisted Disturbed Life of Kane. So this is actually a 3-disc set, which it doesn't really have a documentary on it from what I understand. It's just matches of his, but still, I have no best of DVDs for Kane in my collection, and so when I realized that, I had to fix that. So yeah, politics aside, I used to love Kane as a professional wrestler, and so had to grab this one. Actually, you know what? I do want to open this up because it's pretty cool. So it's got like a weird slipcover with it, but if you open it up on the inside, it actually has the Kane mask on it, which is awesome. And then all of the, if I can get that open, all of the DVDs. Unfortunately, mine does not have the, oh yes, it does. I forgot. It's just, it looked like it didn't because it has the stupid security tag on it, which is so annoying. But yeah, this way you can actually see what the matches are on each disc, which is really cool. So yeah, this was a really good set. The discs appear to be in good shape, which is always hit or miss when you get them on eBay. But yeah, this one looks to be pretty good. So this is The Twisted Disturbed Life of Kane. Next up was another one that was kind of a random find on there. I didn't even know this one existed, but this is Brock Lesnar, Eat, Sleep, Conquer, Repeat. So this is a newer Brock Lesnar DVD compared to the other one that I had, which is Here Comes the Pain. I think that was like his first one when he was still relatively new and just kind of up and coming. Of course, he was like a champion at that point already because he became a champion extremely fast. But yeah, that was a documentary. This one, again, just like the Kane set, is just matches. Which, you know, can I get all these matches on the WWE network? Yep, I sure can, but I don't care. It's still really cool to, one, have them in the physical media format, and two, just to have them all in one set. Like, I think that's awesome. So yeah, very cool set. And again, you have all the match listings right there. So yeah, this is a really good one. And I love this Suplex City shirt. I remember when that was popular when they were coming to Detroit. So that had to be, man, this one has to be, I guess, from like, what, the mid-2000s? I don't even know. 20-teens, I mean. Let me see. 2016. Because that's when I remember getting that shirt when I was at one of the live events. But anyway, this is Brock Lesnar, Eat, Sleep, Conquer, Repeat. Sticking with the theme of just like best of collections, I realized that I didn't have one of the Ric Flair collections. This is the Ultimate Ric Flair Collection. So this one actually came out, oh, I'm going to test my memory. I think this one came out before the other one that I own of his. But because I wanted them both, obviously, and I didn't have it, I had to pick it up. And I got these for really good prices. Like, I don't know exactly what I spent for all of them, but most of these were under $10 after shipping. So it's a really good price for what you're getting here. Again, another 3 DVD set on this one. And this is going to be some of the, like, classic Ric Flair matches. This is the one that doesn't have the booklet, unfortunately. But, yeah, still, no complaints here. So, yeah. I love Ric Flair, who, like, as a professional wrestler, who doesn't? He's one of the greatest to ever do it, like I talked about with Ricky Steamboat. So, yeah, very happy to add the Ultimate Ric Flair Collection to my wrestling collection. All right, so I got another one to help fill up my WrestleMania collection. This is WrestleMania 32 or WrestleMania 2016. I don't know why, like every other WrestleMania has the number on it. This one has the year, which is super weird. But anyway, this is not a great WrestleMania by any stretch of the imagination. But the reason I got it is because I remember when Shane McMahon came back, that was like the loudest pop I've ever been in, because he came back in Detroit when my buddies and I were there, and it was just amazing to behold. And so because that's what led into this WrestleMania match, the whole like craziness surrounding that. He loses the match, of course, but then ends up getting the winning stipulation anyway. So it was so silly. But either way, I had to get it. It's Shane McMahon versus Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match. And so that's really the reason I wanted this one, is just because we were a part of the build up to it in terms of like being at the live shows. And so, yeah. Now I will mention, this is WrestleMania 32. So the only other one I need to have all the way up through 32 is WrestleMania 31. I have tried to buy WrestleMania 31 3 times on eBay, and for whatever reason, I'm just like not meant to get that in my collection. The first time, the order got canceled immediately. The second time, it took like a week or two, and then the person messaged me and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have it anymore," so they canceled my order. And then I ordered it again with another DVD from just some random seller, and I've been waiting 2 weeks now. It was supposed to arrive over a week ago. Nothing. It's gotten lost in the mail. And so I just got a refund on that today. So I have no idea what the deal is, but for whatever reason, eBay just doesn't want me to own WrestleMania 31. So I'm going to try again, because I want to have all of them up to 32 in my collection. And I think that's where I'm okay with stopping, because like I said, from 32 on, they just aren't that great. Even 32 is not that good, honestly. But like once you get like the more recent ones, I think they start picking up a little bit. But man, oh man, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't really need like 33 through about 37-ish, 36. I don't know. But anyway, that's the one for my WrestleMania collection. And I have one more to share with you guys. All right, so last but not least is one that you cannot find on the network, at least as far as I know of, the last time I looked anyway. But this one is cool. This is The Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior. So this is the one, this was like the hit piece on Ultimate Warrior, which... The Ultimate Warrior is not a good person by any stretch of the imagination. He's made a lot of mistakes, but he did seem to genuinely turn things around before he passed away. And so anyway, this is all about basically everybody crapping on the Ultimate Warrior, because this is when the Warrior was on the outs with the WWE. And so Vince McMahon set out to make an example of him and just put out this DVD set, just kind of destroying him in every regard. And so I had to have it, because it's one that like you're not going to find on the network anymore, at least again according to the last time I checked. And yeah, it's just a really interesting DVD to have. I heard it's actually a really good documentary, as long as you can like understand what the agenda is going into it. So yeah, I had to get this, and there are just a couple extra matches on here. This is only a 1 DVD set. So another one I thought would be a little bit more expensive, because it's probably a little more rare to come by, but it wasn't. This is another one I spent probably $10 to $12 on, so a really good find. But yeah, this is one of those that like I needed in my collection, so I'm very happy to have it. This is The Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior, and that's going to be the last of the wrestling DVDs and collectibles that I've picked up lately. All right, so there we have it, plus a couple Funko Pops, of course. But yeah, just another really fun stack of wrestling physical media. You can't go wrong if you are a wrestling fan like I am. And I'll mention, as of filming, in about 1 week from now, I will actually be at the AEW Dynamite at Little Caesars Arena, and I cannot wait. It is going to be so much fun. We have really good seats, and it's just going to be a blast. I actually had to miss the last time Dynamite was in Detroit, because I got a new job and I had to fly out to like another state to do some training and whatnot. And so I had to pay for my ticket and couldn't go. So that was a big bummer. But we have Moxley versus Kenny Omega in a steel cage. I've never seen Kenny Omega live. Like, I cannot wait. It is going to be amazing. So anyway, with that aside, let me know what you guys are thinking of pro wrestling these days. And what do you think of what I picked up? Let me know your thoughts on these and anything else down in the comments below. I really appreciate all of that support, so thank you so much for that. But as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk pro wrestling, I talk all things media: books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga, pro wrestling. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.